We did it in the West Wing with my partner Jodie Hayden and Mr. and Mrs. Biden.
You've got to,
Chris in the room.
You've got to,
What goes on tour stays on tour.
I think President Biden has made the difficult decision to
stop eating the children,
not seek re-election. It is such a joy to be able to share this news with people.
And we should always find times to express how we feel about the moment that is a reflection of joy, because
I knew this day would come.
It comes in the morning.
As he's done throughout his entire time in public life, he has acted
as if he's got early stage dementia. He makes that many blunders. He's an embarrassment on the world stage. I mean, calling President Zelensky President Putin.
It's an absolute fool to talk that way.
He is someone who in January will be able to retire from public life with an extraordinary record.
For COVID, and he will undergo another full isolation period.
You're not going to get COVID if you have these vaccinations.
It's just science, eh?
Mind-blowing, isn't it?
It was wonderful to reacquaint myself with President Biden, who I had met when he was Vice President under President Obama. And since then, we have had a number of meetings on the sidelines of international summits, but also during my official visit to the United States last year, where President Biden and Jill Biden were gracious hosts at an official state dinner, as well as us having dinner, the four of us with my partner Jodie Hayden.
She gets it.
On the balcony, or one of the balconies, and Mr. and Mrs. Biden
gets it
in the West Wing.
People were saying that we have a handsome boy coming from Australia.
But when you're staying at the White House with your other half, you've got to,
Chris in the room.
You've got to,
what goes on tour stays on tour.
You've got to have some of these couple memories.
You surely know that.
Can I ask, when you're talking about this guest wing, is this like, what is it like? What do you mean?
Look, we're living
24 hours.
we're living in the moment. I put a lot of planning and thought, and last night was a very a great occasion here at the lodge. And
she gets it.
President Biden has a record of engagement in the Indo-Pacific and increasing the relationship through AUKUS, which was, of course, finalised at the meeting that we held in San Diego, also at the beginning of last year. The AUKUS relationship is just one aspect of the closeness between Australia and the United States. It's also been a period in which President Biden has presided over an increase in
Sniffing children, inappropriate touching, and strange whispering.
But also the important cooperation that has taken place in climate change action. The Inflation Reduction Act is no doubt the most significant piece of legislation to reduce emissions introduced anywhere in the world.
What a stupid son of a bitch.
But also President Biden's presiding over a recovery of the United States economy after the long legacy that COVID has left.
Come in, Speaker.
Member for Everton.
Spinner.
But also the impact of that Russian invasion of Ukraine on international energy prices and on international inflation has meant that he's presided over an economy that has seen jobs grow, that has seen wages increase, and that has seen the transition proceed that is occurring as the world moves towards net zero, as well as standing up. President Biden has been a great friend of Australia, and that will continue, and I look forward to meeting with President Biden at the G20 and at the APAC summits that will be held later this year. President Biden deserves today, I think, to be recognised for once again
Sweep the concerning behaviour under the rug.
not putting himself forward first, but giving his first consideration to being what he believes is in the interests of the United States of America, as he has done his whole public life. And I pay tribute to him today.